Hello, my name is Anna Alfred. Welcome to the YouTube channel for technical drawing lessons. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then you enjoy the technical drawing lessons. The link is there and then the contact information are there. We are going to look at panel development and we see how we can deal with it. We are going to follow this guiding question here. It goes, the figure below shows the front view of the hexagonal base dome of sides 40 mm. Copy the figure and draw A. Complete front elevation, B. End view in the direction of the arrow X, C. The development of one panel showing all panels are similar. Now the first thing you do here, of course, you copy the figure as per the given dimensions. You see that I've given you the dimensions 20 mm from the center vertical line. Then you have the radius of the curved surface 60. Now how do we deal with this? We are going to look at the first part, complete front elevation. So assuming we have copied the figure, when you want to draw the complete front elevation, we section the dome horizontally. Now considering this first line for sectioning, we are going to see how we go with the number. So we project our line horizontally through the point 2, and then to move until it meets the curved surface. Now when it meets the curved surface at that point, project that point downwards to the horizontal center line of the hexagon. Now draw a line parallel to the edge of that hexagon to meet the next diagonal here. Then project it up to meet the line you drew at that point. Now to continue with the front view, completion of the front view, now what you do, you add your points. Now you create in point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5, and then you follow them as you draw them, and then you get those points. Now when you get the points, of course you need to put the curve. So you put your curve through those points smoothly and you obtain that curve there. Now when you draw this, you need to have the other side of the curve because this is half, so you need the other side. So we're going to do what we call the points transfer. We are going to transfer points to complete the drawing. So we shall take the distance L1. L1 is from the center line to the point, you mark it L2, L3, L4, and then you obtain your points around that. And when you draw the line through those points or the smooth curve, you obtain that. Now of course in technical drawing the principle is that we outline what we have drawn, and so when you outline you obtain the complete figure like that. Our next question was saying we draw the end view in the direction of the arrow X. Now end view has many ways you can project. You can use the angle 45 in that way. There is 45 through the middle point there, like you can draw the line, the angle 45 through this, or you can use the compass you project, but I'm using this method of 45. So what I do, I project one of the corners or end of that to the point here. Then when I get that point, I draw my line at an angle 45. So the rest of the lines here, I will draw them parallel to this. Let's consider the point 2 we started with to see how we can put our front elevation. Now when you are drawing the front, when you are drawing the end view, what we do, we also project. So they are telling us that we draw it in the direction of the arrow X. What I will do, I will project my line photo horizontally, just as you can see. Then I continue with it as in the first case. So where it meets the edge, you follow it. It comes to point 2. Draw it parallel to the edge. Then draw it until it meets the the vertical line you have there. Then slide it parallel to the line you drew here. Then you get that. Now when you draw it up, it will meet the line 2 extended at that point. Now you need to create more points, as you can see here, and then you do the same to come, and then you get those other points as you can see. So when you put all those points, you get the curve like that. Now the curve must have the second part of it. So you transfer the distances, as you can see, M1 from the center line, M1 to this side, you mark it this side, M2, M3, M4 until you finish, and then you obtain that curve. And of course outlining is very important. You outline and you get that. Then we look at the development of one panel. Development of one panel, assuming all panels are similar. Now we have seen how to draw the complete front. We have drawn our end view and we have obtained those parts asked for A and B. Now to draw the development of one panel, as you can see here, this is the development of one panel. But how do we draw it? What you do, we are going to draw our horizontal line at any point, like the way you can see this. We draw that line. Then we draw our perpendicular line or the center line there, vertically. Now we are going to take the heights to mark off the height of the panel. So we are going to pick our heights from the end view. As you can see here, we pick the H0, we mark, then we pick H1, we mark, we go for the next height, you mark, the next height you mark until you finish, then you obtain this. Now after obtaining that also, you take the distances. Now you draw your lines horizontally. You have those horizontal lines through the points you marked, and then we are going to pick or to put the horizontal distances. So we pick our distance from the front view here, because this front view, the curve you drew gives you the exact view of that shape. So we pick the distance L1, we come and we mark L1, L1, L2, L2, L3, L3 until you finish, and you'll obtain the curve here moving like that, and then the curve the other side moving like that. And that's how you draw the development of one panel. And of course you have the whole thing now complete, as you can see it here. Now this is your front complete with the curves asked. The plan, of course, you finish it there, and then the end view outlined well, and then your development of one panel also outlined well.